Hi, welcome back to Karen's Corner. Thanks for joining me today. I have Tina with me, and we want to tell you about January 23rd. It's National Handwriting Day, and today I thought it would be a nice idea if I showed you how you could make a greeting card to send to someone just to say, hi, how are ya? Thinking about you, maybe something to encourage them or just to let them know you're praying for them. And it's such a great way to celebrate and just to reach out to someone and brighten their day. So, are you ready? You ready to get started? Okay, me too. Okay, so today for this tutorial, we're going to recreate a greeting card that I made a couple of weeks ago. And I thought this would be a great way to celebrate National Handwriting Day on January 24th. And it was easy to make. This is just some one of those pre-made note cards, blank note cards with some watercolor paper, some tracing paper, and a little embellishment. And so the supplies you're going to need is a note card. This happens to be made out of cardstock. I had some cardstock laying around, and I made this the final size 4 by 5.5 inches. Then you're going to need some watercolor paper or mixed media paper, whatever you have on hand. And then you're going to need some tracing paper, and I happen to have these scallop scissors laying around, so I thought it would be pretty to have a scalloped edge at the bottom. And I made the watercolor paper and the tracing paper just a little bit smaller than the note card, so it would have a little bit of a border. The next thing you're going to need is some watercolors, and I have Winsor Newton Cotman student grade watercolors here. You don't need anything fancy. If you're out looking for watercolors and you want something inexpensive but good quality, I think Prang will do the job. I really like Prang for the price and for the quality. I think you're going to get a good deal. You're going to need some brushes. I have a number 4 and a number 2 round. You'll need some water, maybe a paper towel for blotting, some adhesive. You can use a glue stick, and what I really like is this double-sided tape that I found at Dollar Tree, and for the price, this stuff really sticks. For $1.25, you can't go wrong. So, I like to have my watercolor paper, I like to have it taped down. Just because especially something that small, it gives me something to hold on to. And it creates a border. Which I think makes it look really nice. It gives it a nice finishing touch. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take some pink or permanent rose or whatever color you have, whatever your favorite color is, or if you know your recipient's favorite color. And I'm going to water it down so that it's pink, pretty light pink. And I'm just going to draw leaves, but you don't have to draw leaves. You can do flowers, you can do a seascape, a landscape, whatever you want to draw or paint or doodle with watercolor. And I'm just taking the tip of my brush really, really lightly, and then I'm pressing down. So it's just a light touch and then some heavy pressure. two. My number two brush, I'm going to dip it in some Payne's Gray. It's been a long week. And I'm going to water that down as well, so it's a very light gray. And in the white spots, that's where I'm going to paint some smaller leaves. Okay, I'm going to let that dry for a little bit. Then I'm going to take my tracing paper, and I've already put the tape on the back just to save some time. And I'm going to write "Thinking of You." And like I said, don't worry if your handwriting is not the best. It's okay. Your recipient will love the fact that you took the time to write something to them. Okay. All right. Let's see. This should be pretty dry by now. And then, once again, just to save time, I've already got this tape on the back. to try to get it as centered as possible. I'm not sure how forgiving or unforgiving this tape is. I've never really tried to peel it off anything, but I know it sticks. See, you can't even see the tape behind there, which is a good thing. And then I'm going to use the same tape. I'm just going to cut off a little square. Put it right in the middle. And I'm going to use that to attach my bow. And there you have a nice little greeting card that you've made by your own two hands. It's ready for a sentiment and to put in an envelope and send on its way. And what a great way to celebrate National Handwriting Day. Okay, so you got this really nice greeting card that's homemade, and someone, I'm sure, whoever receives it will be so excited, and they'll be glad that they heard from you, and who knows what just a simple little gesture like this can do. So remember, January 23rd, National Handwriting Day. Let's celebrate.